Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to make another video for Marvel Heroes Omega, which I'm like super addicted to right now. I continue to be unable to stop playing this game. I got another character to 60. This is War Machine, who I had an amazing time with. I think is one of the handful of characters that I've played a lot of to this point. I think he's super powerful and just a lot of fun to play as. So I wanted just to do a quick look at the powers that I have. I actually got rid of the basic melee attack just because I didn't use it. So I don't have a resource-free attack, so I have to be careful with my suit power. But here's the ones that I picked. The main attack that I use is the suppressing fire, which sweeps the area with machine guns. And it does generate heat, but I have it talented so that I don't generate heat. So I just have to worry about the suit power. That's my main attack. When my suit power gets too high, I also have the Built for War, which gives me back 40% of my suit power. Then I also have the Spitfire, which is for most of the time leveling, you would use that to disperse your heat that you built up. However, I'm talented to not build heat, so for me, it just has a 8-second cooldown, and it also loads up enhanced ammo, which really helps with your overall damage. And then finally on that side, I have Plasma Cannon, which puts an AoE on the ground, increases the damage that they take by 10%, and it also loads plasma rounds, which is another enhanced ammo. Then on my front-loaded abilities, I have Clear the Room, which just throws out a bunch of anti-tank bullets, which again loads enhanced ammo. Which increases critical hit chance. That's really good for taking care of like minor enemies, little weak enemies, to getting rid of them. Then I have my basic dodge, which I held on to. Then I also have Hammer of War, which is the thermobaric warhead. Sounds awesome, isn't really that powerful, but it's okay. I have it talented so that I get 2 shots of it instead of 1. And then finally we have the Army of One, which is my signature power, and that is just a badass fire every weapon at the same time, and it's just craziness. It does a ton of damage. On my talents, I have for enhanced plasma cannon rounds, I have Army of One, which reduces the cooldown and increases the base damage. I have it where he fires missiles periodically during his basic attack, and Hammer of War cooldown and an extra charge. Maximum health, defense, and then obviously the overheated doesn't help me very much, but I didn't really like either of these other two. And then also no longer generate heat, and then it alters the Spitfire. Like I said, I don't have a basic attack that's like free to use, so it's kind of tough. So what I normally do is throw this out, throw out my plasma, and it tends to work pretty well, and then just gun them down. And if I need to, put another one out.
Where did I go wrong?
It is kind of weird not having a like resource-free attack, but honestly, he has so many like tools at his disposal, it really doesn't matter.
I still believe.
It's obviously better, I think anyway, at clearing a room rather than single target, but if you do have your signature power up when you're taking like a boss or mini boss, it burns them down pretty quickly. I level this guy super fast. He has a fresh 60, so all I have is like 1 set of armor from a shield supply drop. So I don't have like great stuff on him, so I'm sure my damage is on the low side. I just threw out 2 of the warheads on that one there. How many enemies do we got to kill? We only got to kill 100. That's alright. We can do that. you can see as he's kind of like walking around,
You can't defeat humanity.
he'll fire off, like, his shoulder cannon will fire off periodic damage. And then because of that talent, that does include, oh, okay, here we go. So here is our signature power, and it is just unbelievable. And because of, I don't know, I have something equipped that makes a bunch of demons fly out whenever I use it, which I think is awesome. We'll drop a couple of warheads on this guy. It looks really cool. It's not all that effective,
I must
though.
suffer for my cause.
But, you know, it looks cool. And again, this is just my personal build. I'm not an expert on the game. I don't really theory craft that much. I just took the skills that I found were fun to use and were effective. So I'm sure there are, like, better ways to min-max War Machine. But this is just what I've had a lot of fun with him, and I really like this build. It definitely, like, it's one of the rare times in video games where you feel like a superhero, because this guy just burns everybody down.
Where did I go wrong?
And then for his ultimate, he calls in Iron Man for backup, and then they, like, shoot a beam at each other, and it charges up. Oh, here's the throwing the tank rounds.
Sorry, no can do. I still believe.
I love this character. I've had so much fun. You can see the tank rounds are amazing. If you couldn't tell that before, like, it just crushed an entire section of guys in like one hit. See, there it is again. I mean, it's just, War Machine is a great character. I think, anyway. I've had a lot of fun with him. I did have some trouble on, like, the Doctor Doom fight, just because I would get hung up on something, and if I didn't have my signature ability up, it would be tough to do a ton of single target damage. But
Collateral damage. You burned me out, mate. What can I say? War is
whoops,
hell.
accidentally dropped my nuke off
Probably a waste
for
of
no
ammo.
reason. But I really do think if you're looking for just a fun character that does a lot of damage and just really clears out the room pretty quickly, like, I think War Machine is a great choice.
You just got
He's just a lot of fun to play as. Like, if nothing else, he's just super fun. And that was the bunker op on that one. So that's my build on War Machine. I went with almost exclusively powers in, like, the guns as opposed to the chainsaws, but I mean, it's all up to you. I found it to be a fun build. I hope you liked the video, and I should have one up pretty soon on Black Cat. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.